a kid?
I don't go to school now.
You don't have any turkey burgers anymore.
When do you
I know what you mean, yes. Do I think it's more difficult? Probably, because there's a lot more to know nowadays than when I was a kid. That's it.
What was your favorite childhood sport?
I grew up in Freeport, so they had a big park down the street from us, and we used to go there and play stickball. In wintertime, we do ice skating. Stickball and probably softball is one of my big sports that I did.
Who's your favorite music artist?
Who's my favorite music artist? Well, I like the music that they have today, but I grew up on like the Shirelles and the Ronettes and the Supremes. Do you know any of those people? Yeah, I can't think of one of their songs right now. Give me a hint of what's the song. Yeah. Baby love, my baby love, I need you, oh how I need you, babe. Stuff like that.
What do you find difficult about life now as compared to when you were a kid?
Life's pretty good, I'm retired now, and I worked hard in the landscaping business when I was working, so life's not that hard for me.
When did you get married and how old were you?
Oh boy, that's a tough one, Jean and I got married when we were just kids. We were like 19 and 20 years old, which is unheard of nowadays. Everybody waits till they're like 35 and 40 now. But we were young and it worked out. We're still married today. Oh yeah, and I'm going to be married 43 years on Thursday. I don't look it, do I?
Did you have any siblings, and who were they?
Yes, I have 5 other brothers. 3 of them live in New York. 3 of them live in South Carolina. And my mom lives in South Carolina. My brothers, we were all mainly in the landscape from the very beginning. I was a small boy.
Oh, tell them about
Well, when I was a kid, I had rheumatic fever when I was like 8 or 9 years old. And at that time, how they used to treat it, they would put you in the hospital. And I was in St. Francis Hospital in Roslyn, Nassau County, and they kept me in there for 3 years. And that was a big experience of my youth. Who else should I tell? I had that experience. My other brother, Cliff, he's deaf. Who else do I have? I have a brother that lives in South Carolina. He's a quadriplegic. He had an accident when he was in college playing lacrosse. The other guys are just regular guys.
What kinds of games did you play when you were a kid?
Okay.
Like, what did you play?
Oh yeah, we play Chinese checkers game. You ever play Chinese checkers?
I think so.
For some reason, I used to play that a lot. Not sure why. And we used to make. We had a big house in Freeport, and there were years and years of accumulation. And they put everything up in the attic, and we used to make giant forts with mattresses and mirrors and blankets, and we'd play there for hours and hours. We'd play up there.
What was your favorite candy when you were a kid?
My favorite candy? I love Chuckles, and Spice Drops. I have a little story. One time I was walking down the street and I had a big Chunky, and I was just walking down the street and I took a bite of this Chunky, and then all of a sudden, you ever get chocolate cut in your throat and you almost choke? I was laying on the street, gagging for air, and people were just driving by. They thought I was just kidding around.
What do you do to stay fit?
Well, when I was working all the time, so that was, I'd be sweating all the time, lifting trees and installing, pruning trees, taking down stuff. So I was pretty fit then. Nowadays, I go to the gym over in Quag, Sport Time, and I just started taking spinning class, which is it's tough to get going, but it's fun after 10 times. It starts to be fun. And the music's good too.
Do you like to travel? And what places have you been?
Oh, yeah. Gene and I traveled a lot when, probably 10 years after we were married. We went to all the Caribbean islands. And as we got older, we went to, we go to California to some timeshares that we have. And
Have you ever been to any other country?
other countries. So I've been to Italy and saw,
Africa.
went to Africa. That's my wife in the background talking, giving me hints of what I've done. Yeah, I've been to Africa, and that was pretty neat. I think I'd be a little afraid to go there now. I've been to Italy, I've been to Paris, I've been to South America, and like I said, a lot of